welcome to another episode of Braxus Photography Fun. Well, today we're going to be shooting a little bit of film. Today I want to show some samples of Adox CHS version 2, which is a 100 speed black and white film. I have purchased this film before, but never really took a really good look at what it could do. And I got some of this stuff in 120, which was just recently introduced about a year ago. And I bought 2 rolls of this. I already shot 1 roll in my Pentax 645. And for the second roll, I'm going to go out and shoot some more barns, that kind of thing. And I'm going to shoot it on my recently reacquired Pentax 6.7 version 2. Now, this is a camera that I've bought in 2012 and I sold it in 2022, 2023, 2022 I believe. And I basically had a chance to buy it back. It's the exact same serial number as the one that I sold the camera store, so I basically got my old camera back. And I already loaded it with a roll of the CHS 100 version 2, and we're gonna go out, take some pictures of some barns and that kind of thing. We only got 10 shots on a roll, so we're gonna test, make sure this camera's working good to begin with, and we're gonna see what kind of results we get off of CHS version 2. So I do want to comment on this. This film is based off the old Efke 100 film. Except that it has a little more red desensitivity, shall we say. It's sort of like the 25 and the 50 speed of the Efke film in that sense, but not quite as much as those films. It basically is slightly orthopanchromatic, not completely, but a little bit. And I wanted to see if this film would be a good match for my favorite, one of my favorite black and white films, which was Efke 25. Now, Efke 25 was discontinued in 2012, and they never reintroduced it under Adox. They just decided not to produce it for various reasons. And I wanted to see if this film here would be a good kind of complement or even slightly similar to the old Efke 25, except that this is a 100 speed film. So yeah, anyway, let's get right to it. Let's see. I've got to develop my roll that I shot on my 645, and I'm going to go out and shoot the second roll that I got on my 6.7, and we're going to develop those 2 rolls together. And we're going to see what kind of results we get off those 2 rolls that I did buy. So let's take a look at that all now. One thing I'll mention about my Pentax 6.7 II kit, I'm just in the process of rebuying back all the lenses I sold off over a year ago. I had those lenses probably for about 10 or 12 years, and a lot of them were from that period of time. A couple of them I bought more recently, but I sold them all off because I wasn't in a good position to keep them. And I didn't have a 6.7 II camera to use them on, so they basically went to paying some bills. So right at the moment, I've only got a 135 macro and a 300 mil. Those are some of the cheaper lenses you can get for the 6.7 system. I want to get a wide angle, of course, and a few ones in between, including the 105, which is the stellar lens that everyone is familiar with. So it's going to take a bit of time to rebuild the kit, and of course I'm going to have to work on trying to get the cheaper lenses first. So hard to say. The 105 is definitely on my list because it is a really stellar performer on the 6.7 camera, and really great for portraits as well. It has beautiful bokeh and that kind of thing. It's one of those dream lenses that people buy the 6-7 system for. So yeah, the shots I take on this roll of CHS 100 is only going to be able to use these two lenses I've currently got, which are the 135 macro and the 300 mil. So obviously I'm going to have to get some shots where things are in the distance. And yeah, I'm going to have to work on getting some wide angles and in-betweens as well. So, well, going to have to basically be selective with my shots for this roll here and have to see how they turn out. So let's see how this little roll of a CHS 100 version 2 goes on the 6-7 system. Let's take a look. I went out and actually shot the second roll of CHS 100 version 2, and developed both rolls in the same container. Unfortunately, I fogged the 6x7 roll in some shots because I reloaded the film back into the camera a second time, and light must have got in there somewhere. But regardless, some of the shots were savable, some of them were good. I've sort of got better results off the 645 images, of course. There was one frame on that one that was fogged, but I think that was because of something else. Regardless, it is a lot reminiscent of the Efke films, of course. It doesn't quite have the rich tones that the Efke films had previously, because I'm used to Efke 25, which is my favorite black and white film in that speed. And of course, this film comes a little bit closer to that, but I still think the Efke 25 film is a better film. Of course, the Adox CHS 100 version 2, I believe is also a silver rich film, if I'm right. Not that that really matters in today's technology world, but some of you may care for that. If that's sort of information, I'm not sure if you seek out silver rich films, of course, but the Efke 25 film was a silver rich film. And that's sort of what helped to give it those beautiful tones that it has. Not that you can't get good tones out of films with less silver in them, because they've managed to work the technology where it doesn't really matter in today's world anyway. So, yeah, as I say, I think I might get some more rolls of the CHS 100 version 2. Just to try that. I want to see how it does with portrait pictures, to see if it can get a similar look to the Efke 25 film. But that's, of course, when stock gets better on the Adox film again, and when I can get stock of it, of course. So that's a thing off in the future. My Pentax 672 camera, I don't know if it was the camera or the lens, but the pin releasing the lens was locked in position. I wasn't able to remove the lens off the camera. Looking into getting that figured out, why it's doing that, whether it's the lens or the camera that's at fault. Unfortunately, with the 672 camera, I can't use any other lenses on it until I get the lens removed that's on it currently. So, yeah, anyway, let's take a look at the results of the scans off the 645 and 6x7 images now. enjoyed those results that I got off CHS 100 version 2. It is a nice film. I don't know if it can really compete with other black and white films that are out there that can do just as well, in my opinion, but it is a lovely film. I will try and get some more rolls of it down the road. Of course, I'll have to see, because Adox has a thing where they seem to run out of their films fairly quickly, and then it's a long wait before you can get more rolls of that film when they finally restock it. It's kind of a thing with Adox that they seem to basically not make enough film to keep it in stock whenever you want to buy something of theirs. So that kind of sways me in the direction of sticking with tried and true films like Ilford and Kodak. Fuji, if you know, they're still making black and white, I don't really know what their situation is with that today. Yeah, anyway, hope you give me a thumbs up if you like. Maybe leave me a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Well, thank you for watching, and aye and goodbye. Eh?